Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. A new video in Learn to Knit Continental, and we're continuing with the decreases and increases to create lace, and today we have houses. Now I used this pattern in I used this stitch in one of my patterns, which is called house socks, and I will link them down below if you'd like to have a look. That one is worked in the round, so I'm going to show you how to knit it in the flat. If you want to knit it in the round, then every alternate row, instead of purling all stitches, you knit all stitches. But I will explain that throughout this video. This stitch is worked on a multiple of 10 stitches plus 1, and then you use a garter stitch border as your edge, because it's a knit base stitch, so it will curl. So I have 3 stitches on each side as my edge stitches here, and in between I have a multiple of 10 plus 1, so I have 31 stitches. This stitch starts on the back of your work, so on the wrong side. Bear that in mind. I like this kind of stitches because once you do your cast on, then you know that you can go straight into your stitch. You don't have to do a purl row to kind of set up for your stitch. So for this one I done my cast on, and then I turned my work and started my pattern. Actually I've done the garter stitch, and then I started the stitch count, which is a 15 row repeat. Now I'm not going to show you every 15 rows because the first row and every alternate row, so row 1, row 3, row 5, row 7, row 9, row 11, row 13 and row 15 are just purl all stitches in between your edge stitches, because if you working garter stitch you would knit the 3 stitches which are the edge ones. So for the stitch pattern you would purl all the stitches between every other row or every alternate row. So I'm not going to show you how to do that because it's just a simple purl stitch, and if you would like to know how to work it, then I will pop a link up here on the screen and leave the playlist of the slow demonstrations of the purl stitch and the knit stitch, and also the decreases and increases. Now another thing, row 2, row 4 and row 6 are worked the same, so I'm just going to show you one of them and then we're going to skip to the rest, because they pretty much use an SSK, knit together and yarn over, plus a central double decrease up here at the top. So here we've got SSKs, 3 rows of SSKs, 3 rows of knitted together, yarn over before and after, and then you have yarn overs here for the SSK and knitted togethers to create the roof of the houses. And to close the roof of the house, this is where we use the central double decrease, which I'll show you how to work as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start on the wrong side, like I said, with row number 1, which means I'm going to purl all stitches between my edge stitches. So I'm going to knit 3, which are my garter stitch, then I'm going to purl to 3 stitches left, and I'm going to knit those 3 stitches, and I'm going to speed that up because otherwise this video will take forever. Alright, so that was a wrong side row, and it was purl all stitches, and we're going to do the same thing for every alternate row. So row 3, like I said, and all the other wrong side rows. Now we're going to work row number 2, which is worked the same as row number 4 and row number 6. So I'm going to show you how to work that. So I'm going to knit my edge stitches, which are knit 3. Then I'm going to knit 1, yarn over, SSK, so slip 1, slip another one, put your left needle through both of them and knit them together through the back loop. That's an SSK. Then I'm going to go to the second stitch here and put my needle through both stitches to knit them together. So I've just done a yarn over increase here, then a decrease, another decrease, so I need to do a yarn over again as another increase. Then I'm going to knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 2 together, yarn over. So I'm going to repeat that until I have 1 stitch left before my garter stitch border. So knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 2 together, yarn over. Repeat that one more time. Knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 2 together, yarn over, and then you're left with 1 stitch before the garter stitches. So I'm going to knit that one, and then obviously you're going to knit your garter stitch border. Then you go to the wrong side and you're going to knit 3, purl to 3 stitches left and knit 3. Obviously if you have a different border, then you do a different, if you do seed stitch border or whatever border you decide to do, just remember the stitches between the edges or the borders are purl all stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to do that off camera. Then I'm going to work also row number 4 and row number 5 and row number 6 and row number 7 because like I said, row 2, 4 and 6 are worked the same. Then every wrong side row is worked the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you when we're ready to do row number 8. Alright, so I finished the walls of the houses because they're all worked the same, so I'm up to here. Now we start to create the roof, and the roof is created exactly the same with the same decreases and increases, and I'll show you how to work that. So we are on to row number 8, and I'm going to knit my garter stitch border, which is knit 3. Then I'm going to knit 1, yarn over, SSK, slip 1, slip another one, and knit them together through the back loop. Then I'm going to knit 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to knit 2 together, and I'm going to do a yarn over. So I repeat that until I have 1 stitch left. So I'm going to knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 5, knit 2 together, yarn over. One more time. Knit 1, yarn over, SSK, knit 5, knit 2 together, yarn over. Then I have 1 stitch left before my garter stitch edge. I'm going to knit it, and then I'm going to knit my garter stitch. So that's row number 8. Row number 9, purl all stitches, and I'll see you on row number 10. Alright, row number 10 for shaping our roof. I'm going to knit 3 for my garter stitch edge. then I'm going to knit 2, yarn over, SSK, oops, knit 3, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1. So I'm going to repeat that to 1 stitch left. So knit 2, yarn over, SSK, knit 3, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1. One more time, knit 2, yarn over, SSK, knit 3, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1. Now I have 1 stitch left here. I'm going to knit it, then I'm going to knit my garter stitch edge. Now you can almost see the roof tops shaping. I'm gonna knit row 11 off camera, and then I'll see you for row number 12. We are ready for row number 12. I'm going to knit 3 as my garter stitch border. Then I'm going to knit 3, yarn over, SSK, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2. So I'm going to repeat that to 1 stitch left. So knit 3, yarn over, SSK, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2. One more time, knit 3, yarn over, SSK, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2. Then I have 1 stitch left here. I'm going to knit it and knit my garter stitch border. Then I'm going to go and knit the wrong side row, and I'll see you when we're ready to do row number 14. Our houses are starting to show shape. So the thing that is going to make them look like houses is this row, row 14, because we're going to do this double central decrease, and I'll show you how to work that one now. So this is row 14. I'm going to knit my garter stitch edge, which is 3 stitches. Then I'm going to knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to do a yarn over, and then I'm going to do a double decrease. So this is how we're going to work it. I'm going to go to the second stitch and put my needle through that one and the one next to it on the right, and I'm going to slip them off like this. Then I'm going to go to this one and knit it, take it off the needle. Then I'm going to go with my left needle in those 2 stitches that I slipped, and I'm going to bring them over the stitch I just knitted. There you go. I've done a double decrease, and the column of stitches keeps going up without any shifts. Now I'm going to do a yarn over, knit 3. Don't worry, I'll show you that again. So that's how it looks like. Now the house looks like a house. All right, let's do it 2 more times. So knit 4, yarn over, and then double decrease. I'm going to go to the second stitch here, and I'm going to slip those two off the needle. I'm going to go to this one and knit it, and then I'm going to go to the ones that I just slipped and pull them over that stitch I just knitted. It's kind of like binding them off. Yarn over, knit 3. One more time. Knit 4, yarn over. So I have 3 stitches here. I'm going to go to the second one, put it through the first one, second and then the first one, slip them off. Then I'm going to go to the third one and knit it, and then the ones that I slipped, I'm going to bind them over the one I just knitted. Yarn over, knit 3. So you repeat that until you have 1 stitch left before your garter edge. You're going to knit that stitch that's left, and then you're going to knit your garter stitches. Then the last row, row 15, you're going to purl all stitches on the wrong side, like we've done every wrong side row. And that is what we've got. The house stitch, I hope that you can see it. It looks beautiful, I think. I love this stitch. I think I'm going to make a baby blanket with it. Or would be so nice as a washcloth or kitchen towels, wouldn't it? Because house towels, kitchen towels, that will work, wouldn't it? So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, especially in this series of Learn to Knit Continental. Like I said, I've started from the absolute beginner with cast on, knit stitch, purl stitch, and all that. I have slow demonstration of all of them. I will link the playlist down below so you can go ahead and have a look. If you want slower demonstration of the SSK, knit together, yarn overs, those will be linked down below as well. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.